Netflix has a variety of both TV shows and movies for anyone to watch, with plenty of genres and new releases every week. According to data reported on Flix Patrol, Netflix is outpacing the competition by a solid 47 million. While Amazon Prime isn't far behind, everybody else certainly is. But with Netflix's large library of media, there's one big problem. What does someone even watch in all of this? And with so many new movies and TV shows, how does one expect to even keep up? You're at the right place, because today we're going to talk about the 10 best Netflix movies and TV shows from 2023. I compiled this list on a few factors with a mix of personal preferences and what the data has shown in terms of ratings and how many people have watched these programs. So without further ado, let's dive in. Murder Mystery 2, I know, but let's talk about it. Released back in March of 2023, Murder Mystery 2 reunites Jennifer Aniston and Adam Sandler as husband and wife duo Nikki and Audrey Spitz. After the first film, Nick and Audrey are now private detectives with their own agency, but after some struggles to get the agency off the ground, their friend is kidnapped at his wedding and they find themselves at the center of this new abduction and mystery. So like the first one, the consensus for Murder Mystery 2 seems to be pretty middling. It's in the 40% range in both critic and audience scores, so I'm sure you're wondering, why even include it? While both of them garnered average reviews, Murder Mystery 2 was one of the most watched movies on Netflix this year. According to What's on Netflix, back in July, it was the 5th most watched Netflix original of 2023 with close to 104 million views. So while the consensus is consistently average, everyone seems to be watching it, so give it a shot. The Mother. Jennifer Lopez as an action star is sure to attract viewers, and The Mother proved that. Released in May, the action flick garnered around 126 million views, but another one with pretty low Rotten Tomato scores on both ends. The movie stars J-Lo as a mysterious assassin, only dubbed as The Mother, comes out of hiding to protect her daughter from dangerous assassins. The catch? She left her daughter behind in an earlier life, and the daughter doesn't even know it. Sounds kind of juicy, doesn't it? Ginny and Georgia Season 2. Back for another season, Ginny and Georgia follows the Miller family after the patriarch of the family passes on. Mother Georgia, daughter Ginny, and son Austin move to the fictional town of Wellsbury, Massachusetts to begin a new life. But they soon learn that they can't run from their problems, as they'll always catch up to them. In the second season, we the viewers learn a very dark secret about Georgia through Ginny's findings. Ginny and Georgia Season 2 is another case where the scores aren't great, but the viewership is strong, and fans of the first season will enjoy the second. You Season 4. You Season 4 brings Penn Badgley back into the wild fold as Joe Goldberg. In Season 4, Joe moves to the UK and becomes a professor under the alias Jonathan Moore, going into hiding after the crazy events of Season 3. This season takes on a more murder mystery vibe, where Joe has to track down the person behind the murders of the rich and famous in London, whom he befriends. This is another series after Stranger Things Season 4, where Netflix split the season into 2 parts, leaving a lot of curiosity after the ending of the first half. As of July, You Season 4 gained around 49 million views after being released in February. It received a great critic score on Rotten Tomatoes, but a little bit of a lower audience score. While You Season 4 was entertaining, after 4 seasons, it might be time to call it quits soon. Extraction 2. Extraction 2 sees the return of Commando Tyler Rake, who returns from the brink of death and embarks on a dangerous mission to save a family from a ruthless murderer. I'm going to give you a hint, but not a spoiler. He is somehow involved in all of this. Chris Hemsworth returns in a sequel that was rated better than the first by both critics and audiences. With its incredibly long one-take action sequence, it's sure to provide an entertainment experience. Black Mirror Season 6. Okay, this one's a bit of a personal placement, but the trippy sci-fi laden Black Mirror is back for another season, and this time it mixes in a good amount of horror and supernatural. The series continues its anthology format and brings in bigger stars this season like Annie Murphy, Salma Hayek, and Aaron Paul. And the first episode is one of my personal faves of the entire series. Nimona. Nimona was a project originally in the works at Blue Sky Studios, which was owned by Fox. After Fox was purchased by Disney, Disney canceled the project and Netflix picked it up. And Disney missed out on a hit. Nimona had outstanding critical reviews, sitting over 90% with both critics and audiences. The film stars Chloe Grace Moretz as the titular lead and sidekick to Ballister Boldheart, voiced by Riz Ahmed. Actor Knight is framed framed for a crime he didn't commit, the only person that can help his dilemma is Nimona, a shape-shifting teen who could be a monster he's supposed to slay. One Piece live action. Anime live action adaptations haven't had the best luck among the critics nor the community. Netflix has tried its hand at anime adaptations previously with Death Note and Cowboy Bebop that had poor reviews, but it seems they've struck gold with shows like Alice in Borderland, Rurouni Kenshin, and most recently, One Piece. One Piece live action took Netflix by storm, garnering over 50 million views on the streamer in September after its release. The Netflix series once again follows Monkey D. Luffy and his Straw Hat pirate crew as they explore a vast world and sea full of mysterious locations to find the ultimate treasure. The series has great ratings from both critics and audiences. The Fall of the House of Usher. This one is so good, y'all. The Fall of the House of Usher is Mike Flanagan's latest Netflix horror series, and he delivers, with critic and audience scores sitting fairly high for this one. The series stars Flanagan favorite Carla Gugino in a world where siblings Roderick and Madeline Usher have built a pharmaceutical company and amassed a large sum of wealth. But secrets come to the light as members of the Usher family start dying. And last but not least, Heartstopper Season 2. This heartwarming romantic series follows teens Charlie and Nick as they discover that their unlikely friendship might just indeed be something more. And Season 2 brings Kit Connor and Joe Locke back as Nick and Charlie, and it follows up on their newfound romance for one another while they face hardships that come with being teenagers and members of the LGBTQ community. So while there's a wealth of shows and movies on Netflix, we've got your back with these 10 best Netflix movies and shows of 2023. We'll see you on the next Trendy Matter video.